Imagine waking up one day to find yourself displaced from your home with no idea where your next meal will come from or where you can go next. Sadly, many people, with 47% being children, experience this daily living in Palestine due to the ongoing conflict with Israel that has been happening for decades.
Well, my name is Abdelfattah Abusrour. I'm founder and director of Arwad Cultural and Arts Society that I established in 1998.
Dr. Abdelfattah Abusrour established the Al Rawad Cultural and Theatre Training Center in the Aida refugee camp in Bethlehem, Palestine, with the mission to provide children with creative outlets so they can still thrive in spite of the hardships they face. As a child, Dr. Abusrour grew up in a refugee camp and now dedicates his life to helping Palestinian children through peaceful and creative means. When asked what inspired him to help with the refugee camp, Dr. Abusrour replied,
Well, I was one of these refugees, and in my time, there was a lot of possibilities for children to go around and reach the sea and do picnicking and so on. But when I returned, it was in 1994 after my 9 years in France. So there was checkpoints, there was possibilities for even children to go to the sea, to live normal life. There was frequent incursions by the Israeli occupation army. There was children who did not know what to do and a lot of times attacked and injured and exposed to tear gas and so on.
Children in the West Bank and Gaza are the most affected by political instability and violence. Palestinian refugees make up a significant portion of the population in these areas, with approximately 40% of those being children. According to Defense for Children International, as a result of Israeli military and settler presence in the Palestinian territories from September 2000 to May 2006, 745 children were killed, 435 were detained, 53 from the Aida camp, and 6,631 were injured. A 2022 article states that in Gaza, 535 out of 549 children were found to suffer from some trauma-related syndromes such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. When asked how teaching children in a war crisis artistic expression helped them during this time, he responded,
Well, I guess the challenges are on different levels. The challenges on one side internationally is to tell our narrative. The challenges is to have these possibilities for young people to find ways to express themselves, and these ways can reach others and be diffused internationally. The challenges is sometimes to travel and connect with people like you so that we can co-produce things and make projects together and exchange possibilities, that you visit us, we visit you, and build an amazing possibility among us.
by offering children a space to feel safe and creative, Al Rawad Cultural and Theatre Training Center offers therapeutic activities and creative outlets to support kids in the Aida refugee camp. The center provides a secure environment where children can express themselves and cultivate resilience in the face of the difficult circumstances imposed by the Israeli occupation. His program has allowed many children a chance to express themselves in creative ways, despite the challenges in their lives. Al Rawad provides an outlet for children to learn and experience life as children. It is through this program that people can find a second chance and experience creative outlets while being given opportunities to grow. When we asked him what he wishes for the children of Palestine in the future, he responded,
Well, my wish is for the children of the world. In fact, Palestinians are part of this world. Palestinian children are not the only children who suffer in this world. So we want to give them every possibility where these children and young people think living rather than dying because of despair and because of hopelessness. We are not born with genes of hatred or violence. Nobody is born with that. But nobody is also born to be enslaved and occupied and oppressed and say you should thank those who oppress you and be happy that you are oppressed and so on. That what happens in Palestine is not a religious fight. It's a colonization and an occupation. People can live together and have lived together and will continue to live together. People who fight for their freedom, and most of that fight is non-armed struggle. And we want to do that because we don't want Palestine of tomorrow to be a country where guns are the only way to express ourselves. All the work we try to do is to inspire hope and promote life and give possibilities for our children and young people to express themselves in most beautiful, creative, and hopefully non armed ways and think living rather than dying for their country.